to What's Right with the World with your host, Glenn Ambrose.
Hey everyone, welcome to the show. Ben is going to go over, we believe, the top 3 of the week.
Yeah.
So we're trying.
So if you haven't seen it yet on Patreon and on Facebook, Glenn Ambrose Life Coaching on Facebook, we're sharing Monday through Friday. We're sharing good news stories, and we have our top 3 this week, which I'm really excited about. And the first one is Thanksgiving oriented. Thanksgiving is a week from tomorrow when this comes out. And Bruno Mars, pop star Bruno Mars, ended his 24K Magic. Is it 24 Karat Magic? Is that the tour by donating 24,000 Thanksgiving meals to the Salvation Army.
Nice.
Which was a cool story. And I don't think we really need to go into deep explanation of why that's good.
No, but it's cool that it is, you know. It's like one of my it's not one of my clients, but somebody had mentioned that their child likes Bruno Mars music, you know, and then you share this with your child and they're like, oh, you know, it starts making that connection early on of, you know, using your wealth for good and stuff like that. So
one of our listeners actually said that her child loves Bruno Mars and she couldn't wait to share the news with her.
Yeah, it was Gina, right?
Yeah.
Gina and Beatrice.
Yep.
Hi, Gina and Beatrice.
So we also have a great story about a sober bar in Canada. The Spiritual Soldier Coffee Company it's a bar that was bought. Well, it's not really a bar. You know, it's everything that a bar would be except for alcohol. It's it's a place for people to go and hang out, and people that are in recovery to go and commune and spend time with each other. And there's this great story from Canada from the CBC about, you know, success stories from that.
Yeah, and that's a big part of recovery, you know, having some place to go, something to do where you can socialize and learn to have a good time, you know, without drinking, because it was such a major part of people's lives before that. So I think it's a great idea. They that one I noticed got a ton of shares on Facebook.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was really striking a chord with a lot of people, and for good reason. It is. And, you know, I think that they had something in West Warwick, Rhode Island with an ice cream place that I think it was kind of the same type of idea. I think somebody in recovery bought it and kind of was trying to use it as a kind of a, you know, hangout place for people in that area. But it's, you know, this is a type of thing. And down in Florida, they had like a place with pool tables and stuff where people could hang out. So, you know, this type of mentality isn't necessarily new, but, you know, obviously they're taking it to a whole new level. And I think it's a wonderful thing. And if we see more of that, then, you know, yahoo. It's needed.
Definitely. Our last one is from CNN, and it talks about it's an article talking about a new study that finds that currently cigarette smoke among adults in America is at the lowest in history.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's about time. You know?
Yeah.
It's, you know, it takes a while for the information to get out, and it's so addictive. I mean, you know, I smoked years ago and I quit. I did.
I did not know that.
Yeah. And I quit many years ago, but, you know, I still remember it was, you know, quitting, like the emotional swings that you get with quitting smoking is really profound. It's like you get very edgy, and you can like completely freak out and lash out emotionally. I mean, of course, not everybody, but it was my experience. I was cool, I had woke up and my life everything was going good, and I was in good space. And the mood swings that happen, I needed to be prepared for. And I've seen that with other people that I've worked with in life coaching. If you prepare for it and you have a plan, you can get through it. But it's not an easy thing to do. So I think that's definitely one of the reasons why it's taking so long, because it's obviously bad for you. But we're heading in the right direction, which
Definitely
is a good thing.
And I also just want to mention there are a lot of positive news stories about some very sad events, which are the wildfires in California. There are too many positive stories to share and to boil into one. So next week, I'm going to have stories about people doing positive things in response to these tragic wildfires in California. But I encourage everybody to go seek out that, because there literally this morning, there were about 8 stories that I could have shared about that.
Yeah.
So that's what next week will be.
And I bet you saw 8 stories just at first glance.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I bet you there's, 80 if you really start diving in and looking. So
no, that's what I mean. Yeah, just on the front page of Reddit, even there were 8 stories in a row of good things and good people doing good things, and people helping out their community, and celebrities that lost their homes donating to other people in the area who lost their homes. So there's a lot of. I mean, obviously it's a tragic situation, but as we always say, look for the good around it. And so we'll talk about that more next week. What I want to know right now, though, Glenn, is what is right in your world this week?
What is right in my world? I got a really smooth oil change today.
Nice. I'd like to say something that's right. First of all, it is. This is something that's right that Glenn shared on Patreon.
I think
he went to the beach this week.
Yeah, I knew you were going to touch on that.
He went to the beach this week. I am freezing in New England. It is so cold. We moved everything into another living room because it has a fireplace, and we're also setting up for Christmas and Thanksgiving, and all of my equipment is behind us, and all of this stuff. You went to the beach. You post a video of your feet and you looking at sand castles and stuff.
Yeah.
So I thought that was great, and you seemed to really enjoy that day at the beach.
Yeah, I love it. I love living down here, and now this is the time of year where it's starting to get colder up north. So what people in Massachusetts, I don't know about Rhode Island, but people in Massachusetts were posting that first snowfall.
It snowed this morning.
Yeah, okay.
I was driving and it was snowing this morning. It didn't accumulate. It's going to accumulate tomorrow. But it's
so all that's starting to happen, and I made plans. I'm going to be able to spend Thanksgiving with my parents for the first time in a long time, because usually they're down here in Florida when I'm up north for Thanksgiving. Usually I spend it with my sister, actually, and her family. But this year I'll be spending it with my parents. My son and I will. So that's right. And that day at the beach, that was like 10 o'clock in the morning, because there was a big line to get in and see the sand sculptures. Those things were amazing. I mean, I'd seen pictures. I always wanted to see it in person. Finally, I made it, but there was this huge line. So I just went and sat at the beach and, just in a pair of shorts at 10 o'clock in the morning in the middle of November. I'm like, this is why I moved. I just enjoy it. And I know it's not for everybody. And I know people get just as much enjoyment out of the leaves changing and the change of seasons. And God bless you if you're one of those people. I think that's wonderful. But I like this. And we need different people in different areas of the world. So we're not all supposed to be happy with the same things. But I really got some enjoyment out of that.
Nice. Awesome.
So, all right. Well, is that it for today?
That's it for today, man.
We're trying to keep this short and wrap them up quick. So,
yep.
with this new format.
Yeah, last week was almost like a double episode.
Yeah.
So,
all right. Well, I guess we'll real quick. What's right in your world, Ben?
Oh man, I thought I was going to get out of this.
No, I couldn't.
You know what? I'm going to say, and he's going to have to edit this to put it up as a podcast, so he's going to get mad at me. But I'm excited that it's Dave's birthday tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to Dave.
Happy birthday, Dave. So that's what's going on right with the world over here. You know, we got some fun stuff. And Thanksgiving's coming and family's coming over for Thanksgiving. And you know, we're hosting that, and should be fun. We're gonna start decorating for Christmas, which I know some people don't like decorating for Christmas before December 1st or before Thanksgiving's over, but I can't wait. You know, Christmas decorations make everybody here happier, so who cares?
And no, it's funny is like, you know, at first it's like, what's right in your world? And then as soon as you start talking, it rolls into another thing and another thing and another thing, you know, and that's why we do this show. And I you know, I know we look for this, and I know that this is why we do the show, but I see friends of mine sharing stuff all the time. In the last like 2 months, I've shared about 5 or 6 different things on my Facebook page that other friends of mine that I'm pretty sure don't even know about this show have shared that are positive things, you know, so I'm seeing it more and more.
Have you noticed that we've gotten a bigger response from the What's Right with the World, from the daily What's Right with the World posts in the last 2 weeks than we did? Because like last year I did them for like 6 months, you know, and they didn't just the last week has gotten so much more traction. Yeah,
I think people like the current daily doses, which is good.
Yeah. So and that's what this show is, your little morsel of goodness every Wednesday. So this one's a little late. You know, things are hectic.
Yeah, things were busy on my end. That's my fault. So
things are busy.
Send your mail to me.
Things are busy here. Yeah. Take that big sip of faith, Glenn.
Yeah, but I have faith that things are going to get smooth. Well, things are pretty smooth.
Awesome. Well, that's it. Thank you very much, Glenn.
Yes, thank you, Ben, for recording last minute.
No problem.
And all right, everybody, thanks for listening. We'll talk at you soon.
Glenn is available for life coaching sessions. To book an appointment or for more information, go to glennambrose.com, follow him on Facebook and Twitter, or click the link in the description of this episode.